Hi there, boys and girls, and everybody in between. Wanted to make this short video as a postscript to the Force the Vote campaign and as an open letter video to Benjamin Dixon. As I've said before, I respect Benjamin Dixon. Benjamin Dixon has been nothing but courteous when I reached out to him very early on. So this is not meant as anything. I don't give a shit about his angling for an MSNBC contract. If he is, it is what he does with it that matters, not whether or not he works at MSNBC. That's just there's all this poverty thing going on the left that even Nina Turner I think tweeted about today. Anyway, Benjamin Dixon sends out a tweet this evening. I think it's 4 hours ago now. I want to apologize to those supporters of Force the Vote who, in my rage, I didn't take into consideration as I fought against someone I have no respect for. Why? For what? I don't know. I would love to know. If anybody knows, please tell me. What's the fucking beef? I mean, Benjamin Dixon acts like Jimmy Dore fucked his wife. That's why he's angry. That's how irrational that seems to me. Like he must have done something like that. Anyway, here's where I get a problem. I mean, besides the fact that you have an opportunity to make a politician do what they're supposed to do, which is to fucking cast a vote on the most popular piece of legislation in America right now, at the most opportune moment in American history since the plague or the Spanish flu or whatever, and you decide that the tactic is wrong? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand that. And here's why I don't understand it, Ben. The left is splintered into the smallest possible victim group. And every one of these groups is jockeying for position as to who should be taken care of first. Who should be on the top of the progressive list of inequities that has to be fixed? There's no cohesiveness. There's no unity. We don't have a clear and concise message to go to the public with because we are so split. We have no trust in each other. Nobody wants to go in a foxhole with anybody else because there is no trust. Everybody is accusing everybody of being a grifter or a Russiagator or a Russia spy or an Assadist or whatever. That's on the left. That's between people on the left. Now, when you join a service, the first thing they do is, besides shaving your head, is they teach you how to fucking march. And you sit down and you eat together. And the reason that those two things are super important, especially in the beginning of basic training, is because the marching and the eating together creates unity. We can't do that. I realize this is not Denmark where I can jump on a fucking bus and be at the demonstration at the Capitol in 45 minutes. And if I lived at the furthest corner of the country, I could be there in 2 hours by public transportation. I get that. And you should know that too. If the purpose and if our goal is to make radical change to America that benefits the broader swath of the population, building from the bottom up, we have to come together. You know that old saying, right? United we stand, divided we fall. We're falling. Ben, we're falling. In the middle of a pandemic, after 70 years of organizing, you are arguing that we're not ready for a final push for Medicare for all. That's your argument. That's what you're saying. You're saying with all the money, with all the studies, with all the strategizing, with all the different pundits, with everything that we know and we have, after 70 years, a fucking lifetime, Ben, where at a minimum, 123 Americans die each and every day pre-pandemic. For no other reason that they couldn't go to the doctor when they felt, what the fuck is that little string? Whatever, fuck it. And then they die. No other reason than that. It'll be okay. What is that? It'll be okay. What's that cough? It's okay. Okay. For no other reason, 123 people. Imagine, Ben, if you had to write the condolence letters. Dear Jill and Joe Average, we're sorry that you had to lose your mother, father, brother, sister. Should I go through the litmus? All the name, whatever, to make it hit here? Not here, Ben, here. We're sorry that they had to die because we didn't fucking give a fuck. We didn't want to fucking fight for your brother, sister, mother, father, uncle, grandfather, whatever. It wasn't the time yet. Even though it's been 70 years, I wasn't ready. We are not ready. Is that what you're... that's your argument. So here's the counter argument, Ben. We need a fight. And there is nothing on the table right now that covers everybody, meaning we pass something, and it has a positive effect for everybody. Not just gays and lesbians and transgender people, especially transgender people. Not just poor white or poor black or poor Mexican or poor whatever. Not just poor people, but everybody. Nothing on the table. There's nothing else on the table. Nothing. $15 minimum. First of all, it's not even fucking enough. It's not enough of an ask. So that's not it, and it doesn't benefit everybody. If you don't have unity amongst progressives. You're never going to win the fights that are for if you can't win the fights that are for all Americans, that benefits all Americans, not just the poor, not just the middle class, not just the rich, but also corporations. Yes, especially export corporations, but all corporations. It benefits every sector. If you can't win that fight after 70 years, how in the world can you seriously talk about reparations? How? In what fucking universe do you think you can pass reparation before you can get Medicare for all? Honestly, I want to know. So when you're saying the strategy is wrong, I'm saying you're wrong. And I'm saying that if you're not ready after 70 years, then what the fuck have you been doing? If you don't have a plan, if you are a healthcare activist, if you have been paid to be a healthcare activist organization for I don't know how many years, and you don't have a plan for pushing Medicare for all in the midst of a pandemic, then you have to give all your money back. All of them. How the fuck are you not ready? 70 years and a pandemic. How is the strategy wrong to ask people where the primary job description is to cast a vote, to pass or reject legislation? That's their fucking job. To pass or reject legislation. That's what we're asking for them to do. And you're saying on a piece of legislation that could not be more fitted for the moment. Even just this much better than UBI. But it could not be more fitted for the moment. In the middle of a pandemic, after 70 years of research and pushing and arguing and studying, and you're not ready? The strategy to get a vote today is the wrong strategy? And you didn't come up with an alternative? Come on, Ben. How the fuck do you expect people not to think that that's beneath you? That is not the standard that you have set for yourself and for your podcast. Like, the fuck, man? Do you just have fucking attaboys around you? Or do you have anybody that speaks the truth to you? That you listen to? Do you have anybody that you run it by? Hey, everybody is agreeing with me. I need to talk to someone. Do you have anybody? That's just dumb. It's not about good faith or bad faith. It's not about a litmus test. It's about morality. It's the right thing to do. Not just morally, but socioeconomically. Like, there's no reason you can't make an argument about Medicare for all. You're trying to make an argument about not voting, not forcing people whose job description is to cast votes for or against. In the middle of a pandemic, a piece of legislation that is about healthcare. I mean, you got to do better. No, you don't. You don't have to do shit. You can do whatever you want. But I don't fucking get that from you. And if this is all like, which I mean, it just has to be. Like, if what I fear is this is just fucking dick measuring. And this is two big podcasters on the left, as we call it, that have some kind of stupid beef that can't fucking get past it. But that's irrelevant because your argument about the tactic is wrong too. We need a fight. We need something to establish trust between everybody. We need something to unify us. And there is nothing else that can unify everybody like Medicare for All. Name it. Come up with it. Come up with the piece of legislation that you believe you can get everybody, that you can get the same numbers behind. They don't exist. This has really been it's eye-opening, of course. Yeah, people love to call it unmasking. Whatever. I mean, it really shows how effective the dismantling of the left has been since the 60s and 70s, 60s up through the 70s. There's no infrastructure, there's no elders. Cornel West is an elder. And I guess Bernie Sanders is an elder. Maybe. I would say Cornel West is more like a moral elder, but he can't train us all. I wish he was the leader of the movement. I wish he would step up and do it. But that doesn't seem to be his thing. Nobody wants to be a leader. Everybody thinks it's a fucking collective, but it's not. It's not. Got to pick somebody. Got to pick somebody and got to pick some issues. Or we're never going to get there. If we don't know where we're going, we're never going to get there. Got to pick a direction. Got to pick a goal. Medicare for All was one. We should have done it already. Anyway, I wish everybody nothing but health, wealth, and happiness in the new year, 2021. And I will be seeing you all again soon. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other.